Today we are going to discuss about the your 10th chapter, food security. So earlier, before when we got independence, what happened in the year of the 1943 and 1945? So at this period, at these years, what happened? We have faced a lot of food famines and droughts in our country. So, why in these years only in 1943 to 1945, at this time of period only in our country, why we have faced these food problems? Why do we have only this period all these famines and droughts? So, to discuss this, first of all, we need to know the meaning of famine. So, what is the meaning of famine and drought? What is the difference between the famines and droughts is? What do we get from this is famine is nothing but it means when we get it for a long period, like we got a crop failure. If we got a crop failure for long period like 5 to 10 years continuously, then it is known as famine. So when we fail the crops to get fulfill the people needs or to eat or to provide the daily needs, especially daily needs is nothing but regular everyday what we need food to eat, right? So especially rice or wheat, when these famine occurs for a long period, this crop failures occur for a larger scale is known as called famine. So coming to drought, same in the same way, but if it is get for only smaller scale for a short period, like for only one season, then it is known as what drought. Like a seasonal crops will be there, no. So for if only for one season, if we get crop, if our crop fails, then it is called as drought. But when it is the crop will fails continuously up to the 5 to 10 years, then it is known as famine. So in the year of 1943 to 45 before independence, what we same the people who are there at that time, they have faced a lot of food problems, they have faced famines situations. So if we see here, we have a picture, right? A boy in a picture, a boy with his brothers and sisters. He is going to the, he is catching the train and he is going to the other state in the search of food. We can see clarity that in Bengal during the period of 1943 to 45, there are nearly 3 to 5 million people had died because of this food problem only. Because of this lack of food only, nearly there are 3 to 5 million people they have died, they have passed away. So why did we get this situation for us? What is the reason to get this situation that 3 to 5 million people have passed away, so without eating of proper food? So like which we have seen an example which has given for us that in a diagram. So a small boy, he is moving with his brothers and sisters to from Bengal to Kolkata. What purpose? In the search of food only. And you could see that a woman is searching on the ground for the grains, picking up the grains on the roads. Why they are doing like this? Because of the reason that they are very hunger, they did not get the sufficient food, right? So the earlier, these people only earlier before these years, there was a very good farmers, there was very rich farmers. They used to do work on their own lands and they used to cultivate their own crops and they used to eat. So like this, now they don't know that what they are doing, where they are begging, what on roads they are eating, because actually they don't know that what they are doing because of hungerness only. Just the only reason is hungerness. So that boy who went from the Bengal to Kolkata, he have lost his brothers and sisters there because of that uh, hungerness only. So exactly we don't know that what is exact figure of the people who have passed away. Just we can estimate that, we can just know that 3 to 5 million, but it may not be exactly more than 3 to 5 million. More than that also people may can die because of this problem. So at that time there was no governments also, their own at that time there was a British rule. So the British people who used to they used to just do the they used to cultivate the crops, but just to transport from here to their countries, not for, they used to not care for the our Indian people. So they used to take care for themselves only. So as we see here, in the pre-independent, before independent, we got feminist situations. Extremely, it is very scary situations that we can see that the people are uh, begging on the roads and for searching something grounds for the grains. So that very scarcity of food has a situation has we got, where a common cause of large scale starvation deaths. Large scale starvations is nothing but, as we discussed, famines for a long period. We got famines here. So in Bengal famine, we got Bengal famine in the year of 1943 to 45. So we have, as we discussed, 3 to 5 million people who lives around near the Bengal and Assam and Odisha. They have almost 3 to 5 million people, they have died here. So what here a boy is saying is, I was the oldest among my siblings and I used to work to survive. So what he is saying, he was a very oldest boy among their brothers and sisters, siblings, and he used to work for survive his life. And I worked as a daily labor. So what work he used to do? He used to do work as a daily laborer. So at that time, I left my father in the village and took my brothers and sisters to Kolkata. So when they got famine, what he have done? He left his father in the village only, and he have taken his brothers and sisters to Kolkata. And they only had some flour available as food. So we went wherever at that places the food are distributing to the people, at that places they used to go. And in the same way, there are many other peoples who are suffering in the streets of Kolkata like this. And I saw my mothers carrying their sons in their arms who were actually dead because of hungerness. So what the boy is saying, so many mothers they have, the mothers carrying their sons on their arms, that people, the small children have who are actually died there, but the mothers were still sprinkling them with water, because the mothers, there is a hope that their children, every mother will feel that their children should not die. So the mother is still sprinkling with water and trying to get up their children. And different like this, because of this situation there are many problems they have faced. And what the boy is saying is, he saw many things, and people they are not getting food, no, that's why they are eating grass and snakes also. So this boy who is saying, he lost his two sisters and one brother because of this hungerness only. He have lost his two sisters and one brother. And these are the people who are the farmers, agriculturalists. So as we discussed, the people now who are begging, who are eating grasses for the hungerness, these people are earlier, there were a very big farmers, they were very agriculturists, they are not beggars, so they did not even know how to beg. So before they are a very rich farmers, so now they are not beggars, that's why they did not even know that how to beg for the food. They have their own self respect there. When they came, they just sat on the pavements, because who have self respect, they doesn't want to beg in front of someone, right? So the people who have the self respect, they have came and they have just sat on the pavements and they have died there itself. And when that picture hit the people of Kolkata, at that point suddenly everyone understand that what is happening, what is the situation, what is the scale of the disaster has happening there. So the Great Bengal famine has occurred before the India's independence. Because what? Because of the refusal of the British administration to organize food grains distribution in Bengal. So actually why this situation has got to the people? Because at that time the British rule was there. So the British administration, it has refused to organized food grains distribution. It means at the time crops has failed, so the British government, it did not produce, it did not given the food grains distribution in Bengal completely. So after our India's independence, our Indian governments which are there, like the central government and the state governments, they have brought many various systems to make sure that food grains should give for its people. So what they have started ration shops to provide food for each and every people. The ration shops where people go to the ration shops and they used to buy the food grains at subsidy prices. It means for low prices. If we see the market, our ration shops prices it will be very less, right? Because the government has implemented this program to the government want to provide food grains to each and every family for the low cost. That's why the government has given the ration shops for us. So the ration shops where people used to go and they used to buy food grains for the low prices. And the government also provided what midday meals that many of you have been eating now. A midday meals program also, we know that, where in the elementary schools, it means in government schools, now this program is there, the midday meals, right? For the poor children who study in the government schools, they should not get the food problem. That's why our government has implemented this program, the midday meals. At that places, the people will eat together. By eating this, the differences of the people, regarding to the castes also, it will remove. The people will stay together with a unity, they'll eat together. So because of this program, there is a huge benefits also we got. And coming to the Anganwadis, where young children are taken care of, and including meals during the day, are some ways in which the government today makes sure that food security. So in this way, if we see in Anganwadis also, we have some facilities like where our young children will take care of that. And in Anganwadis, for small children, they will provide some of the powders and eggs. They'll provide to the people Anganwadis in, and including meals also they will provide. So in this way, the government is making sure that the food security for the people, the government is providing here. So in this chapter we will see that some of the issues which are related in the food security. So the first section will focus on the issues of overall food security. So in this chapter we are going to discuss that what are the some of the issues which are associated with the food security. So in that, the first section is about, it is focusing on all of the issues which are related to the overall of food security. And the issue of production and availability of food for the country as whole. What is the issue here? The production and availability. What is the food they are producing, and is that available, the food, for the whole country or not? So the second section is about, it would discuss that the access people have, how does one ensure that the available food reaches to the people. So finally we need to look about what we need to look, that the nutrition levels among all the families to know whether these schemes and methods are effective or not. So what is the first section? Here we will focusing on that. It is focusing on the issues of overfall of the food security. It means the food is producing and it is available or not. And the second section is about how does they are making sure that food is available, for it is reaching to the people or not. So like how it is reaching through the ration shops, to the schools, midday meals, like this, in this way it is reaching to the people. And finally we have to see that the people are among with their families, they are getting the nutrition levels or not. So these, whatever the schemes the government is implementing for the people to available the foods for there, we need to look that these schemes and these methods, these ways are effective or not, they are working or not, we need to look to this. So we will discuss next topic in the next class.